what was going through your mind? Any funny stories or reactions from that moment, or the moments that followed?
I was praying that we protected. When you kick a kick from that long, it's going to be low, and you already kicked on low in the extra point, and just you knew they were going to be coming. So I was like, please don't let this get tipped because somebody breaks down inside. So that was the first thing. And then once it got up, it was just kind of like, I don't know, it was hard. It was like a haze. Like it went through, hands went up, and kids started running. I was just kind of standing there like, did that just happen? And probably because I was, I'll be honest, I'm happy, but I came off the field feeling like, I feel like we lost. I feel like we had such a great opportunity to put that game away on a couple of occasions and we didn't do it. And that was really disappointing to me, that we didn't finish the game, like the drive before the half. You go and punch it in right there, and you're up 28-7, things are a little different, right? We take the next drive, we got to settle a field goal, we don't get it. There were just some other things that happened that we had great opportunities to just put that game away. We think we have a safety, we're getting the ball back, you felt like things are really turned, they get it back, then you get a penalty, and it's just like, all right, here it goes, and old momentum started changing. But again, to the kids' credit, when they tied that thing up, there's a lot of teams that just would have folded it up. When you look what they did at Ole Miss, and they're down 22 and came back, and Ole Miss they couldn't handle it. But our kids, they responded, came out and went right down the field and scored a touchdown. Then we dang missed an extra point. So you knew that's going to haunt you.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Not putting them away. How much do you put that on your group? And I say that because there was a lot of success running the ball in the first half. It wasn't really there in the second half. And that drive with the missed field goal, there were 2 big sacks. Mm-hmm. It seemed like that the FSU's defensive line was getting a lot more of your line.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the sacks. The first sack was a play action, and 44 cornered Heck late, and we held the ball for a long time. But again, it's his job to protect. And then the second one was a cover 0 blitz. They're going to have one guy free. So we needed to see it and try to get the ball out there, which we did on the touchdown to Mac. They brought the same blitz. He got it out and we scored. So first one was on us. Second one, just understanding that they're bringing one more we can bring. Running the ball, yeah, we didn't have the same consistency. The thing that was interesting is we had 5 carries in the second half. Now some of that was they were giving us the bubble screens and the throws, and Trubisky did a nice job getting out there, but we didn't have the same whatever it was. We weren't moving bodies like we were in the first half, so there's no question about that.
What's your thought process on those short, 1 yard to gain or goal line, 2 yards to gain? We got stopped in that 3rd and 4th down in the goal line. What's the play calling thought process from y'all's perspective?
Well, you felt good about the 3rd down. We thought we had the first, and then the 4th down, they blitzed, and we had Hood one-on-one with a linebacker. We usually feel like we're going to get that. We didn't get it done. So, the 3rd and 1 before that, we got 7 yards. So, it was one of those things. They blitzed, we picked it up. You got a one-on-one, and you got to try to win there. And then down by the goal line.
I guess passing versus running, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, well, we want to try to run it. You looked at the series that we fumbled. The first play was a run call, and they blitzed, and the right guard missed his DN, so we gained a yard, and then we went with the naked, and we had him open, we didn't get it, and then we went with the counter play, and they brought the blitz, and our H-back didn't see it and didn't pick him up. So, yeah, we want to run it in down there, and we've had some success doing that, and at that time, obviously, we didn't get it in. The series before, we ran it and scored from 13 yards out, so we all know it's harder to run when they know you have to run and they load it up, but that's the thing that you take pride in, is moving bodies and your back's winning when it's one-on-one, and there's going to be one guy free and they're going to win. And really the last, we've been pretty good at that, but we need to be more consistent at it. But our first choice is to try to run it.
Kap, Larry mentioned that with Fuente's offense scoring as many points as already, it looks like it's helped Bud be a little bit more aggressive defensively. Would you agree with that? Have you seen that? How does it change things for Bud?
It's interesting because I've seen him be aggressive, but I've also seen him, there's times where I think he's a little less aggressive because his offense is scoring. I think there's times maybe last year and the year before when they really struggled on offense, I felt like he had to really come after you to force the hand. Or now I think he's mixing it up a lot more because I don't think he feels like he has to, make the big play, But he does an unbelievable job, and their kids play really hard, and they do a good job, and it's always a challenge.
Are there similarities between what he does and what Narduzzi does, or is there some really different?
The concept is the same about the defense is built to stop the run.
Right.
But how Bud does it is it's a little more complicated. They mix their coverage schemes and fronts a lot more than Pitt. Pitt's more aggressive with their blitz scheme, where Virginia Tech is more complicated with their coverages and fronts.
Do you expect